So I'm just sitting down to edit this video, and I just figured I would let you see who the culprit of me being late with it is. He's right by my side, though. He's like, Mom, you can edit now, it's fine. Of course, by the time I'm ready to sit down and film this video, all of my natural light has gone away. But hello, welcome to my August TBR Bakery TBR. So August is kind of a tough month for me because I wanted to play my TBR game, but it's also a magical readathon. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play TBR Bakery, I'm gonna tell you my TBR for my game, and then with magical readathon, I'll just see if I can fit any of these books into that TBR. So that will be a separate video. This will only be TBR Bakery, and if you want to see my TBR for Magical Readathon, you can keep your eyes open for that video. Oh man, the concept of YouTube. Okay, I'm filming this video first, but my Magical Readathon TBR will be out before this video. So if you're interested in my Magical Readathon TBR, it should already be up on my channel. You can go check that out after you watch this video, of course. So I think that's it. I don't really have much to talk about other than that. This is, yeah, pretty straightforward. It's only going to be my TBR game in this video, so let's just jump right into it. So before we get to the rolls for this month, we have to go over last month and see how I did. Okay, so I had Almost to Die For and Taken by Storm for two books I know almost nothing about. I had, I guess I should say, I only had 4 prompts last month, but because I had to pull a punishment, my punishment was to pick 2 books for every prompt, so I had 8 books. So Almost to Die For and Taken by Storm were for books I know nothing about, and I am almost done with Almost to Die For. I'll be finishing that later today. Taken by Storm I haven't touched yet, but there's still about a week left in the month, so who knows. For Hyped Book, I had Fourth Wing and Finley Donovan Knocks 'Em Dead that I listened to on audiobook, and I did read both of those. I had Happy Place and Malice for high rating. I have not read Happy Place yet, but I have made decent progress in Malice. I probably won't finish it by the end of the month, but I'm getting a decent way into it before then at least. And my last one was Free Pick, and for that I had The Liar's Knot and also Invasion of the Tierling. I did read Invasion of the Tierling, and I have made some progress in The Liar's Knot, but again, not sure if I'll finish it by the end of the month. Alright, that's it for our recap, and let's get into the rolls. Roll 1. A 5. Cupcake. A classic. Oh no. Off to a good start. So the first roll got us a cupcake and we got classic. At first I was a little worried about this one. I'm not really like in a classic kind of mood, but then my husband came to the rescue and he reminded me that classics are not all like, you know, Jane Austen and Charles Dickens. They are also things like The Lord of the Rings by J.R.R. Tolkien. He has wanted me to read this forever. Like every time I ask him for a recommendation for a book, he always says Lord of the Rings. Or I would say Lord of the Rings, like, but I'll give you this one. He wants me to read Lord of the Rings. And this is classic fantasy, so I will be reading Lord of the Rings for my classic. Roll 2. 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we have a donut. And it is a recent purchase. Okay, roll 2 got us a donut, and it was a recent purchase, and my most recent purchase is The Escape Room by Megan Golden. A couple months ago I read Stay Awake by Megan Golden and I really enjoyed it. I liked her writing style, I liked her, you know, storytelling style, and so I randomly, like, I went to the bookstore and I just randomly picked another Megan Golden off the shelf. I don't really know anything about this. I assume it takes place in an escape room or something, but that's all I really know about it, and I'm super excited to try another one of her books. Roll 3. is a 5. Another donut card. TBR Cart, so it's a book that's on my TBR cart right now. Roll 3 got me another donut, and it was TBR Cart. So when this card comes up, what it means is I just go over to my TBR cart and pick any of the books that are on it. So I did that earlier. I will insert a clip of it here. Pay no mind to the state of my TBR cart, but these are the books that I'm working with for TBR Cart. And I think I'm gonna pick this one. I've been meaning to reread this for a very long time. And I picked Alana, the First Adventure, the first in the Song of the Lioness Quartet by Tamora Pierce. This was one of my favorite books growing up, and I've been meaning to reread it forever. I'm pretty sure I said that in that clip, so that's probably repetitive. This story is about our main character, Alana, who wants more than anything in life to become a knight. So she disguises herself as her brother Tom and enrolls in like the knight program, what do you want to call it? Knight training at the palace. She becomes friends with the prince, and it's just her story. It's so cute. I love it, and I'm so excited to reread it. Roll 4 is a 5. And it's a cake. Random number physical TBR. So I put my whole physical TBR into a list on my Google, like in Google Sheets, and I just pick a random number from a random number generator, and that's that. Roll 4 got us a cake, and it was a random number physical TBR. So recently I made a list of all of the physical books on my TBR, and I put it all into a spreadsheet. And so when this comes up, what I do is I use a random number generator, I get a random number, and then I pick the book that is that number in the spreadsheet, if that makes sense. I already did it. I will insert a clip here. And I got number 94, and that is Nightshade by Andrea Cremer? I don't know how to pronounce that. But I know nothing about this. I bought this back when Borders existed, so that's how long it's been on my shelves. But the back just says, she risked her life to save his, believing she'd never see him again. But he has returned, challenging her destiny as Alpha Wolf, leaving her doubting her past and fearing her future. Yeah. So, I don't know if I like wolf stories, but we're gonna try it out. We're gonna see how I feel. She can control her pack, but not her heart, is what it says on the front. So, yeah, I don't really know anything about this, but we'll give it a shot. We'll see if I like it, and if I don't, I can get rid of it, and then make room for a book that is more to my taste. We'll see. Roll number 5 is kind of just for fun, because we know it's gonna be the last roll, but it's 5. We're in our end spot, and our end spot card is a spinner wheel. And we got to our end spot, and that gave us a spinner wheel. So I spun my wheel. And I got pink on the cover, so this I don't have right now. I need to go to the library and get it. But for this one, I'm going to read Lore Olympus Volume 2. I do need to get it from the library. I read Volume 1 during, actually, the spring equinox of Magical Readathon. So I read it in April. I enjoyed it. The art style is not really my favorite, but I did enjoy the story, so I'm gonna see where it goes from here. And like just continue on, see how I feel about it after another volume. So this little stack here is my TBR Bakery TBR for the month of August. I think my game was being nice to me. I think it knew that I had a whole nother readathon that I wanted to do and a whole nother game that I had to play, basically. So that's it for this video. Let me know if you've read any of these. Let me know what you think of Lord of the Rings, because I feel like that's the one that most people are probably likely to have read before. I'm excited to get into it. I know it can be a little dry, a little slow, but I like the movies, so I would love to read the books and see, you know, the source material. And then we have a reread from my childhood, which I already know that I love. A new author that I read from before and I love. And this is kind of the wild card. Nightshade is the wild card. I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. But that's the fun of reading. We'll find out. So this is it for my August TBR Bakery TBR. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you're reading in August. Don't forget to like the video on your way out and subscribe if you want to see any more content from me. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.